Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to another Friday. Another Clumsy Trucking Friday. It's been a while, huh? Am I first? Not quite. Close enough. Welcome to the stream, guys. Our usual suspects. And if there's anyone new, welcome. Thank you for joining. As always, we have Scotsman as the first. He has basically nailed it down. But actually, Thor has been here for 7 minutes. Well, now maybe for 10 minutes. Maybe he's the silent first. Jay, thank you for joining, man. Good morning. Yar Jack. How are you guys? And Alex, of course, just finished trucking. Perfect timing. Thank you for joining, guys. Who else did I miss? And Blue Eye Tom. I'm late. Nah, that's just how I go online every time. A few minutes late. 2 minutes late is the normal time. Your pick on Discord, Scotsman. I didn't see. Maybe I can check it out. One sec. Are you online? Maybe not. What's your name here even? I can't see. The timer is wrong. Is it now? Because it went to 0 already. Maybe that's how it works. I don't know. What is that? Is that your emote, Jack? So should I have that as well? Oh, that's a different one. Jack for Fuso, that's the one I have. Love that emote. I haven't tried that before. All right, let me load up the game. Jazz hands. Jazz hands, a bit too close for comfort. So, I don't really have any like big mod that I want to try, except for the Mexican maps are here. Yeah, compatible with 1.34, the trio, Viva Mexico, Mexico Extremo, and Meximap, together with US expansion. Although I do not have coast to coast enabled at the moment. Because I can't remember if I downloaded the coast-to-coast compatible versions. Truck, no new truck. We still have the usual stuff here. The T800, the W900 long. Both are from Dimitri, if I remember correctly. We have the Mac R as well. So if you guys are fancying any specific truck, let me know and we can switch to it. Let me just load up the game in the meantime. And Blue Eyed Tom had a specific request as our first route, so we'll do that. So we won't be exploring Mexico immediately, maybe as a second trip. Been so long since we played ATS VT log, didn't believe it. That's very true. Yeah, not a lot of action happening in the ATS world today. In the past few days actually, so not a lot of activity. Is it bad that last week you tweeted me to do a route and you forgot what the route was? So if I looked at the tweets and you mentioned something about Clifton to Sholo, taking the curved route. I'm assuming that's this guy, and I'm assuming that's like a nice photo op. Yeah. I didn't find a job that goes specifically from Clifton to Sholo, but I did find something from Clifton to LA, I think. So maybe we can go there along the way. T800 is the Mexican Fuso. Then we'll probably go with the T800 then. Just change it with Twitch. What do you mean? Ah, the badge. Right, it's gone. Show low to Clifton. Well, you said Clifton to show low. So let's go with that. Anyway, either way, it would come back. Some got gone. That's true. Did Twitch you? So let's go with that route. Are there others? I don't think so. That's the shortest one actually. 706 miles. Crossing state. Quartzite, is that new? That might be from US expansion, huh? Cool. There we go. Hey, thanks a lot, Jay. Why doesn't it have any like yeah, that's weird. Didn't you just resub a few like last week or something? Didn't you just hit like 14 months? Yeah, exactly. So we can go to LA and then go south to Mexico via San Diego. That's what I was thinking as well. Sounds good. Quartzite is from US expansion. Okay, let's go there then. I see your badge now, Jay. Thanks a lot, man. Yeah. It's weird though. It said subscribed with Twitch Prime. Didn't say resub. Anyway. As long as it works, we're fine. I did miss this truck. This is my favorite truck so far in ATS. Dimitri's T800. Looks cool enough, drives cool enough, and has that fancy rear view mirror. What engine do I have here? Oh, it even has that flip thing GPS. I forgot about it. What engine do we have? The Cat. Maybe let's try a different one. What's a nice engine, guys? Cummins, maybe? i6 450? Or a Packard. Packard sounds modern though, doesn't it? Maybe a bit too modern. Mac R with a crisp boom Cummins M11. Yummy. I remember the Mac R with the deafening sounds. Was that a Detroit diesel or something? You were subbed in the beginning of the stream. What, something happened in between? RIP. Let's go with i6. Let's try that. If only changing engines were that easy, huh? That quick. Let's hear it. Oh, not too bad. Not bad at all. And inside? It's not like the Detroit 671. Okay, that's good. I think I remember that engine. Conan is free, yeah. Yes. Actually got a mail from the developers or publishers asking me if I wanted to feature it because I featured it before. So they don't know the history. Is the thingy working? Something's wrong with it though. That is not matching. 6, 7, 8? No, that is wrong even in the... That is wrong in my layout. What kind of transmission do we have? 13 speed Eaton Fuller, so it looks like. And this is probably a 10 speed setup. No, 18. Okay, 13 it is. The turtle mod. What is that? Is that a literal turtle? Okay, now it works. Yeah, gears are synced. Pedals are working. I'm doing checks now. Pre-trucking checks. The habit is getting to me. No need lights. Horns working. Wipers, if ever. I don't know. Sneaky. Let me have a look. Top right dial is miles per gallon. So that should give us an indication of how much fuel we're burning. To the left of that is the turbo boost, looks like. Below that is the clock with the orange dial. On the lower right is the torque. That's interesting. I'm not familiar how that works. Okay, let us go and pick this up. I remember Clifton has such a nice scenery. This is one of the newer towns that came with one of the recent ATS updates, right? It's a very nice scenery, but it's a very slow speed limit, if I remember correctly. This is America. We don't do fuel mileage. First world problems. Don't forget to sync the props. That's true. And align the compass heading. Oh goodness, so many people today. What time is it anyway? It's 7:49 on a Friday. Oh yeah, rush hour. Hey Ninja Squirrel, thank you for joining. How are you, man? Can I squeeze in? Thank you. Yeah. The nice views are to your left. We will be passing through there for sure. I really like that rear view cam. Love it. Feels so novel. How are you, man? How is everyone doing? What have you guys been up to? There's not much trucking happening recently. Although, except for Scotsman, who has been very active in ATS. How about the others? What have you guys been playing, or have you been busy IRL? Or maybe you guys are busy flipping houses. I don't know. I'm actually beyond the speed limit already. That's low. 25 miles. Ah, yes, Arizona. Almost forgot. Spring break is this week. You sure need it. Sounds good. Sounds good, man. Any plans? You were busy with ATS. What were you busy about? That's the stream I joined, right? The ATS stream. I was able to join as my in-flight entertainment. Yeah, you're a bit sneaky though, because you don't log your jobs in the VT log, so I can take a look. So I can easily forget it. Yeah, making me lose my turn. Almost lose my turn. I've been doing a lot of landing practice recently. Touch and goes. I'm getting a bit better, but still a long way to go. Still loving my 172 though. And my goal is to save up enough money in FS economy to buy my own plane. But it's going to be a long way. Where the heck is that? It's at the back, okay. It's at the back. Let's squeeze in here. This is kind of a tight squeeze actually. Just a heads up to the US viewers, our time jumps ahead Sunday. Oh yeah, the ST shift, yes. Thanks for the heads up, Alex. Yeah, so it will be 1 hour later for you guys, right? And it will be good for me because it's finally going to be easier to compute again. Just 12 hours difference instead of 13. Just finished rewatching all the Marvel movies in chronological order. Nice, awesome. Which one is your favorite? We are going to watch Captain Marvel later. Is it showing there as well from in your side of the pond, guys? It's a bit tight here. Nevada is cursed. We're doing deliveries to almost the same cities. Until you found a job going to Arizona. This is not going to work. One sec, let me turn there. The loading dock, okay. Lots of unshareable stuff going on. That's nice, that's great to hear. As long as something's happening, even if you can't share it, that's good news, because eventually it will come out. I'm more than happy to wait Something is not right here. There you go. Finally, the trailer turned. Rear view? Maybe my rear cam can help? Not really. With the trailer on, it doesn't really help much. It's like a side view cam more than anything. Sholo to Clifton. Really? Oh. That's interesting. I really remember reading it and seeing Clifton Sholo. Ragnarok. It's hard to choose. Ah, yes. See what you mean. I think my favorite, I tend to forget what happens and which movies are there, but I think my favorite was the either Civil War, or maybe not Civil War, but the what was it? Winter Soldier, I think. But it was the Captain America one, most probably, because it's Disney. What about before it was Disney? Didn't you like it before? What the heck do we turn here? One sec. Have a look. Yeah, it kind of works. Rear cam is not as useful as I hoped. Will that work, or will that be too late? Can someone go down and guide me? Yeah, I think we can still make it. You may have typed it backwards. Ah, okay. Alright, we'll get there anyway. We'll get there eventually, no worries. Thanks for the suggestion though. I'm sure we'll find something cool, and I'm sure we'll hit something along the way. The only non-Disney Marvel movie you like was the Spider-Man trilogy. Alex just Mumbai bust me. We say it differently when we guide someone because of course language differences. But yeah, we have that same word translated. And for us we say sige or ge. Sige means go or okay or clear. Like go ahead. Ge. And then bug. Exactly what happened to us. I don't think we'll ever get out of this slot anymore. Chat delay, honest. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Spider-Verse, that's my favorite. If that's included, that's definitely my favorite. That is so good. The story is so refreshing. F4 ruined one of the greatest characters, Silver Surfer. Oh yeah, that's a shame. I hope they do a reboot. There's a new X-Men coming out, right? I think Jean Grey is the highlight. Well, that's kind of sucky. Okay, I think we'll need a bit more space here. I definitely recommend watching that. That's my favorite so far, Scotsman. Is that enough space? Can barely see anything from here. That's the problem. Dark Phoenix, yeah, that's the one. Final. Ah, it's going to be the final one. Because they've been bought already, is that it? Let me have a look outside. Yeah, that seems to be more in place. Looking forward to Gambit. Yeah, I'm not even sure. Is that the one with who was it? Channing Tatum or somebody? Can't remember who they got for that one. Oh, dang it. I thought I was too close. Oh, yeah. I think I can still make it work. I hate these blindside reverses, especially with US trucks. So large and unwieldy. On hold. What a surprise, right? There you go. That's too close. Jadar. Anything that has to do with size can be Jadar. And we're so far away, I don't even see where the placard is. Ah, there it is, finally. A sign that we're coming close. Good. Slowly, surely. Actually, I don't see the line, but I do see the placard, so I'm hoping that that works. There we go. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Not the most even, but I'll take it. Just do the easy parking. Yeah, I like to get the most challenging one. Went inside to buy ice cream while I'm doing the hard work. When I hit that wall, Alex said, I'm out of here. There's no hope for this guy. Nine other drivers and 3 garages. Business is good. Ice cream. I'll have me one of those. It's super hot here. It's currently... Let me have a look at the temps. Actually, it says 27. Doesn't feel like 27 though. Maybe it's 27 outside. Inside, it's probably, I don't know, 32. 32 with no proper ventilation. You know what? It's a Friday. I'm feeling like I can probably cut myself some slack. I'm going to turn on the AC. If that even works at all. It does. Thank you. Normally I don't turn it on, but when it's really hot, I do. That's the route we want to take. Yeah, going via Sholo. So it's going to be a bit longer, and we'll want to travel that way as well. Yeah, a bit of the longer route, but it's going to be much more scenic, ideally. Let's get going. Is that purple by design? Or is that the missing texture or the SCS thing? It does seem like it, but it's like a gradient going to pink or purple, so it's a bit strange. Tequila ice cream, I'll take that. Tequila. Going to the home of tequila in a bit. That's the pink bug in ATS. Ah, makes sense. Yeah, with P16's 3D models, huh? I am looking forward to that one. Ah, still gear grinding here. Am I speeding? Yes, I am. Let's just turn on cruise control here. So I'm not crossing any speed limits. Butter Drum Lifesavers candy. I'm not sure if I've tried that. Sounds familiar. I remember P16 was also working on changing some of the Oregon specific companies, but I think it's been in progress for quite some time. I'm not sure if he's still working on it actively, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to P16's updates. He always had some of the sleekest models, and that's why I got his US expansion mod. What is that? So let's make this. So I think I shared it in one of my upcoming videos. I have an ATS episode coming on Sunday. I shared a bit then, but I'm going to share it now for you guys who are here. And now we can speed up to 35. So I found this guy in YouTube. His channel name is Aviation 101, and they have like a Cessna 172, and he like I like his style. He really puts in a lot of work and passion into the videos that he makes, and it's very inspiring. But what I wanted to share more was that he has this like mini playlist, and it reminded me of what Alex said. They actually did a coast to coast and filmed it. So they started in Florida, and I think they're going to, I don't know, maybe California or somewhere. And I was thinking of doing something similar, like a mini series, but either in Truck Sim or in Explain, but a bit more like role playing, you know, to be more immersed in the world. Rip. Yes, I was surprised at that, Jay, and I was happy to see it. That's interesting because Nat Vander is from Australia, right? So it's good that they are hiring workers from across the globe. Or maybe did he ask him to move to Czech Republic? I'm not sure what the setup is. Over the cliff views. Looking forward to that one. Let's see how many pics you take of this. Definitely. You were just going to link Aviation 101's YouTube channel in your Discord. Oh, so you also know him. I think his name is Josh Flowers, right? Yeah, I've been splurging on his videos. Goodness, they're so good. Because they're so relatable, and you can really see the progression, and you can really see how the aviation world works. So it's real learning and learning experience and educational thing for me. I watched one of his videos. I think it was his girlfriend. So he taught his girlfriend how to fly, and it was like a flying date or something. It's really cool. Maybe I can do that with Mrs. Clumsy. I doubt she will bite, but I can try. Morenci Copper Mine. I think I remember this one. With a nice arc and everything. Such an impressive pilot for his age. True. He looks so young. How old is he? Like, I don't know, 20? 21? He looks so young. And it's coming from me, the Asian dude who looks young.
Whether it's performance or it's art or it's sculpture.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Love.
And his landings are always spot on, like right in the middle of the line, and seems so smooth and seamless and stuff. Love it. 33 feet clearance. It's more than enough. Let's take one shot. 18 or 19. Wow. Hey, Gato. Glad you made it, man. How are you? What have you been doing? Not so scenic with these cliffs, but I'll take it. A bit. The Dash 8. Which one is the Dash 8 again? Was that the plane you shared on Discord? Hey, Geek Squad. Welcome to the stream. First time. Thank you for joining, and thank you for saying hi. Hope you enjoy your time here. Just relax and chill stream. Sharing what's been happening in our lives. In our virtual lives, maybe. I remember this spot. Very scenic, very slow speed limits, so you can really do some sightseeing. You've been doing the best thing, eating. Oh, Jack would agree. Actually, everybody would agree. And I think with that, we transition to food talk now. Because we always do. Yeah, 25 miles per hour. It's a forced sightseeing road. But yeah, I like putting the aspect, the long haul aspect, like really going on a road trip or air trip or whatever you call it, and really trying to maybe do some stopovers, trying to make it as real as possible. But I'm not sure if that can be like part of the ongoing series or if that has to be like a separate series on its own. You know how we did it for Trucker for Hire, where we have that season, that series where I roleplay as a truck driver, not an owner but a truck driver, and we have our own car but we don't have our own truck, so we basically go to the different companies, get a job there, so we drive our car there. So it's a bit of role playing, and I think it's kind of immersive. And I think in the same way we can do some kind of role playing, doing a long haul trip, just going on a road trip, enjoying the sceneries, like appreciating whatever we come across. If there's a nice view, if there's a fancy looking ice cream shop or something. Yeah, I'm still brainstorming it, so any ideas are welcome. Should do the Riddler questions here on stream. That way we know you won't cheat. With Grace, the Grace's questions. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Can you paste them one by one here and we can try? I will for sure not get it, but yeah, at least you can see me. You can see my mind, my face, trying my best to figure it out. I'm bad at riddles, so bad. This part of the map, no, it's stock SCS. I can't remember which version it came out in, but it was fairly recent. Wow, that reminds me of Mexico Extremo right there. There you go. Right now you're waiting for Washington to be released, so you're playing ATS 2 for now. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. Yeah, I'm super excited for Washington as well. Is that the track? I think you might have to repost that in a bit, Jay, but I'll try to read it. I'll take it one question at a time. Let's take one long shot here though. I do love that zigzag road there. Beautiful. Let's do that. Let's do a wide shot. Oh, there's even one on this other side. Amazing. An overhead shot, just like from a drone. Maybe that's too far away. This is the T800 by Dimitri. My favorite so far. Open pit mine on the other side of the road. Oh yeah, that's what you mentioned. Good call. A couple of updates ago. I remember doing a video on it. Alright, first question from Grace. Grace will for sure read this. And Grace is a he, in case you guys are confused. Because I was before. So a cow is moving towards east. In which direction is its tail facing? I'm guessing you know the right answers, Jay. Or so we do have a way to validate this. A cow is moving towards east. In which direction is its tail facing? Is that a trick question? I don't know. Do cows even have tails? I can imagine a carabao, I think, has a tail, but cows maybe not, huh? I would say that's a trick question. We can't always be gender specific. That's true. That's true. We have to roll with the times. This was not part of the base game when this state was released in. Yes. Yes, this was not here before. Yeah, that's accurate. Cows have tails. Okay, cows have tails. Then the tail is facing... well, it will not be facing west because it would be facing down. What's the correct answer? Someone got caught. 35 again. Fluctuating speed limits here, very tricky. Cow is not moving. It's in the middle of the road in southern region. Yeah, we all know those cows. We're quite close, literally. Retarder doing its work. Thankfully. Yeah, I do love the winding roads here. It's just so relaxing. Legless cows don't move. That's true. That's true. So what was the next question? Rest area. Are you guys tired already? Should we rest? I think that will be too early. Let's just take a look. Just pass through it. It's a very nice rest stop. Just chill. Retarder in an American truck. Let them Jake sing. Let's try. Yeah, let's be more realistic. I agree. I just don't like it because there's no... How do American trucks stop when you have cruise control? How do they slow down? Can cruise controls enable Jake brakes automatically? Because in this game I still don't know how to enable it. I can know cruise control can enable retarder, but I cannot make it enable engine brakes on its own. There are 25 fishes and like 10 fish die. Yeah, I would say still 25. Just 10 of them are dead. Yes, if there is a sensor. Hey Ghost Bullet, welcome to the stream. Let's not spoil the answers. Yeah, I think it's still 25. Okay, Jake break it is then. Jake break it is then. Hey! Shank, thanks for subbing again. Yeah, I think Twitch is bugged. I think it's losing track of all the months and years you guys have been subbed. Welcome back, Shang. Glad you made it. Sorry, I can't see how many months that is. I'm guessing, I don't know, 15? Ah, okay. Did a normal sub this time. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. Makes sense. Says 15 for Prime. Okay. So that should still say 15, right? Because the subbing method shouldn't matter as long as you're subbed. Goodness, has it been 15 months already? Thank you for the amazing support. What have you been up to lately? Still busy with work. The shifts. Oh, I love that. Otherwise you'd have to break out of cruise and put on the Jake. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it's a bit of a hassle. Not perfect for lazy bones like me. Working at Walmart for your rotation. 3 more weeks until you're graduating from pharmacy school. Oh, that's awesome. Do you have a gift for yourself already? You should start thinking of a gift for yourself. Going to Florida for a vacay. Sounds good. You'll be flying instead of driving this time though. How long did it take you when you drove? From Texas to Florida? And how long does it take flying? 18 hours straight. Oh my goodness. Now that's a road trip. We did stop for 3 hours at a casino in Louisiana though. Wait a minute, you guys didn't sleep? How do you survive that 18 hours? Well, I guess you could. You could sleep 6 hours and then the rest of the day you could be driving. Flying is like 3 hours. Yeah. That's how it is usually. You took turns, you and a friend. Glad you guys made it. You did like 75%, he did 25. Your time to sleep. Ah, I see. Was it your car? That probably was quite an adventure, huh? I don't think I've driven that long ever. Let me see, what was the longest I've driven? Maybe 6 hours? Maybe 8? We rented a huge SUV. Ah, there were 5 of you. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I can imagine that. That is terribly fun. Road tripping with friends. This is a very nice open. Oh, that's Alex with his livestock trailer. Open rest stop. But how long does it take to drive from Baltimore, Maryland to LA, California? No idea where even Baltimore is. Was a Chevy Yukon XL. Driving a truck. Is that a big one? 14 miles per gallon highway. American power. Ride was smooth as it can be. Like Alex said. Fuel consumption is not an issue. GMC Yukon XL, okay. 39 hours drive time. Oof. How many states will you be crossing then? From Baltimore to LA? I started downloading additional states for my X-Plane Ortho photo scenery, so I can think of crossing states and seeing how it is. I'm a bit scared because with the 1:1 scale, it will take days, so I'm not sure how that will work. Be glad you didn't rent a Ford Excursion. Is that not a good SUV? 12 or 13 states crossed. Wow. This is Maryland somewhere in the northeast then. I can imagine where LA is. Baltimore. No clue. Because ATS hasn't reached that yet. I'm still oblivious to the geography. Oh, look at that. Was that me crashing? It seemed like a plane crashing there. Rip. James has 4 brothers. John, Johnson, William. I don't know who this is. I read that quickly and it was like, how the heck would I know? We're not close. Is this a trick question? Look at that, how low that is. Oi! You're below the minimum altitude or something, I guess. I don't know. I'm just assuming. Yeah. It's probably me. All of them are trick questions. 4 brothers. Ah, I see what you mean. There's no... Wait. James has 4 brothers, so there are 5 of them. First is John, second is Johnson, third is William, who is the 4th. I don't know. I still don't get it. I was thinking initially there were just 4 of them. But yeah, sounds like there are 5 of them. Steerman. Clumsy flying. James. That guy is really making me envious. That looks like fun, huh? You'll have to explain to me how that works, Thor. Why is it James? His brother is himself? He's the 4th brother, but it said James has 4 brothers. If you have 4 brothers, those 4 shouldn't include you, should it? Is that a language gap or something? Language barrier kind of thing? My bad. Oy, ay, 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 ay. Biggest trip you were a part of was only 1400. 2800. That's not only, that's like wowzers. Longest time you've been in a car was like around 10 to 11 hours with your family. You were going from Utah to California. That one I can imagine. Yeah, I can imagine there. Where Utah is and where California is. Yeah, I think it's wrong. It should be like I don't know how you phrase it without it appearing so obvious, but that definitely isn't the wording. That's my defense. Clumsy trucker. Exactly, Tom. Yeah, doesn't make sense. But I get what it was trying to do, but I guess the wording was a bit not there. Show low. Okay, I think we are crossing onto the curvy part. The viewing deck, whatever it is. The cliff view, maybe. Let's slow down here, 35 miles. We are approaching show low. Some truck drivers do 5,000 kilometer runs over here. Not that impressive. Wow. From a trucker's point of view, yeah, I guess you're right, but from a layman's point of view, like me, man, 2,800. Goodness. How long did that take? Last question from Grace. Feed me and I will live. Okay, this one I have to think of. I haven't read it yet, but I saw it was a full-on riddle. Feed me, and I will live. Let me drink, and I will die. This is interesting. I have to think. Feed me, and I will live. Drink, and I will die. Feed the... Is it the fire? Feed it fuel, it will grow, but if you let it drink water, it will die. Do you work for United? Because your ticket was really cheap to Florida. You'll know soon enough, man. You'll know soon enough. That was the experimental flight you just booked with a guest pilot. You don't remember how much time it took. It was some time ago. They don't do the trips all in one day. Yes. They would probably be zombies if they did it in one go. So, fire, is that the right answer? Yes, no, maybe? If not, then I'll have to think of another one. beautiful. These are the types of roads I want driving in. The varying levels in terms of height, altitude, or however you call it, and the bendy roads. So both lateral and I don't know what you call it, longitudinal. You saw that the round trip to Las Vegas, Nevada was like 270. From where? Should be something like James' parents had 3 sons. Right. That makes much more sense, Jam. True. That's the right answer. Cool. Interesting. Thank you for the questions, Grace, and thank you for sharing them, Jay. Something to jog the mind a bit. Honestly though, I'm really bad at riddles. Can't even imagine how people get it. There are some very creative ones that I would have never thought of. Is this used car? Yeah, exactly. This is very famous in the US, huh? These like, how do you say? These establishments which sell used cars. Do you guys remember if Rohan got his car yet? You know, goldfish memory and everything. Completely forgot the updates. They're famous in here too. In India? Ah, I see. In Singapore, definitely not. Probably because of the space. And because the cars here in Singapore have a lifespan of basically 10 years. I think if you want to extend it more than 10 years, you'll have to, I don't know, apply for some exception, or I don't know what the regulations are. But generally they dispose of cars if it's older than 10 years. So I think used cars are not such a thing here. Used car lots everywhere. Yeah, I can imagine that. You have a lot of space as well, so it's not a problem. In the Philippines, in Manila specifically, not familiar with it. There are some. There's like a specific place where it's common. Have you been through the cliffs yet? I have not seen anything. There? Should I have gone there? Ah, maybe. Okay, I'll have to turn around. Yeah, I missed it. Might not have enough time to go to Mexico. Yeah, maybe. Fail. That's us. Okay, we'll have to go around. That's fine. We'll be lucky to make it to San Diego. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just enjoy wherever we get to. These car lots are... because most people don't pay the loan. And then it gets possessed by the bank. Ah, I see. So then they need new customers. Makes sense, makes sense. Is it famous there as well now? The... how do you say? The low down payment schemes. The zero down payment schemes. And they make up for it by having like large monthly payments. It's been the trend in Manila before I left. I'm not sure if it's still the same. So that everyone can afford it because they don't have to shell out as much money. But that makes it a lot more dangerous if people cannot sustain the payments, the monthly payments. Hey goals! Glad you made it, man. Welcome back. We are making our way towards LA from where did you start, guys? Clifton in Arizona, and just doing some sightseeing along the way. That's how it works in most countries. Okay, so we're not alone there. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes it more accessible to people, but yet also makes it riskier. So I was actually trying to get an idea as well, like just for my curiosity, Like how much? Because I mentioned about the Aviation 101, right? And I was wondering, how the heck does he fund all of that? I mean, the flight school, the ongoing costs, the plane, the fuel. Is YouTube paying that much? Or is he earning somehow with his when he flies like that? Or is it that because of his sponsors and patrons and stuff? And so that got me really interested. How can you make something like that such a nice way of living sustainable? And I started looking at how much it costs, but I didn't get very far. Like the flight school, the plane itself, the fuel, the, I don't know, landing on an airport, I guess, has some costs into it and all that stuff. Do you guys have any clue how that works? It would be interesting to know. Most pilots are rich kids, the parents' money. That's the only explanation I could think of. Hey Tromel, glad you made it, man. How are you? Taking these turns very wide, am I? Sometimes I do the right thing, huh? Sometimes. Yeah, I was thinking, how the heck can you make that sustainable? It sounds so expensive. But, so, I guess the answer is not very, how do you say, promising. It's actually very true though. Pilots are usually from very rich families. It's a rich man's hobby. Maybe a step up from golf. Josh Flowers is a certified flying instructor. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So you have to shell out something. You shell out a huge amount for the school, flight school, and for getting certified probably, but once you're a teacher, you can make that into a living. Yeah, that makes sense. If that will be enough, that's a different question, but yeah. I see. So that's how he can teach his girlfriend, I see. That makes sense now. See, he brought her, he was teaching her and he brought her on a flight. And I was wondering, can you just do that if you're like a certified, if you have a private pilot's license? Can you actually take someone? That doesn't seem real. Heavy. When you wanted to do it, it cost a lot of money for like an hour of flight. You flew the Cessna one time. Oh, how was it? How was your experience? Was it overwhelming? I'm guessing if I do that, it will be super overwhelming the first time. I wouldn't remember a thing of what happened. I took a look at we have an airport here nearby, the Seletar Airport, I think, and there's a flight school there. And I think you can fly. I'm not sure if that's including the instructor or not, but you can fly. Maybe if you have a license already. I think it costs like what? Can't remember. 300 to 500 Singapore dollars per trip. And I'm not sure if that's all in or if it's just one part of the cost. This is the one. This is not really a cliff. This is a nice place to sleep for the night. I think it's too early. That's why there is pilot shortage. Oh, is there? Because it's too expensive. It's too unreachable. You need lots and lots of hours to become an instructor. Like at least 1,000 hours of flying. Yeah, I watched that video of his as well. It was very touching. He had like this video where he flew his 1,000 hours and he was with his dad. Very nice bonding activity with the dad. And his dad is a pilot as well. The lighting, it's very real, doesn't it? The reflections and stuff. Love it. Yeah, and having 1,000 hours of flight at such a young age, you can imagine how often he flies and when he started. What is the earliest age even that you can fly? Because if he's like 18 or 19 and he already has more than 1,000 hours on his belt, my goodness, was he flying from 10 years old or something? You can fly from 15 years or so. That's a very interesting thing. Like you can fly from 15, but you can only drive as of what, 16, 17? I don't know, maybe it's also 15. But with an instructor, that makes sense. Makes sense. So that's why I saw a video. I was looking for Cessna 172 videos, and I saw this video of a guy who looked very young, and he was on the left side of the seat. It's like, was he flying already as young as that? Interesting. There is no age limit for pilots in the US. So as long as you probably, I don't know, can read and can understand instructions, you're good. You can't solo until you're 16. That's actually still very young, huh? Very nice. And now I think it's time to sleep. Maybe I should have slept there. That would have been smoother, but this is fine. Doing a bit of night driving. Rush hour. Speaking of rush hour, you guys know the situation in Manila already, right? The traffic. But it's just so funny because the rush hour keeps on extending. Like before, the rush hours were, I think, 6 p.m. to 7 or 6 to 8. Now I think it's 6 to 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. It's like not rush hour, it's rush evening. So the people from work tend to like go home late to avoid the traffic. Back in Sholo, maybe we can find a nice cozy rest stop here. So a 5-year-old can fly a plane. Wow. If he can look out the windscreen, sure, why not? That's true. If he can have his seatbelts fastened across him safely, I guess that's good enough. And then the instructor can take care of everything else. But I really like that video of Aviation 101 taking his girlfriend for a flight, because it showed that beginners, I'm guessing the girlfriend, I think her name is Brooke. It shows you the perspective from a beginner's point of view, because if you will just watch him, he's super pro already. It's kind of daunting at times, like how does he speak so fluidly to the ATC, things like that, and it just sounds so overwhelming. But if you see something from a more of a beginner's point of view, okay, so you start from that and then you learn as you go. So like there were times where Brooke couldn't understand the air traffic controller and things like that, and Josh had to like step in and respond on her behalf. And yeah, when I was trying to listen to ATC, like half of it didn't make sense to me, and we could have stopped there. Dang, because the other one is a bit far. Yeah, let's do that so we have a nice nice daylight when we take on that winding road. Can I just squeeze in here? Thank you. Nice. I'm guessing that's from P16, right? The FedEx. Good thing that doesn't have any purple spots there. Pilots under the age of 10 are not unheard of here. Ouch. Why wouldn't you stop before that? I still can't wrap my head around it. Exactly. Fully blame the car on that one. Are you guys giving way or not? Thank you. You don't want... What happened to that car happened to you, right? And I don't know, right now, the appeal of general aviation is much more relatable to me versus the commercial flights and stuff. Maybe that's because I'm just starting out, I don't know, but it feels more personal. It feels more like, I don't know, there's more heart into it. Maybe, I don't know. But that's just me from a total beginner's point of view. First time I saw that there was actually like a GPS thing there. Interesting, I didn't notice that before. Granted, it's static, but still. Nice touch. Starstruck. Probably, yeah. But like, I watched a GA pilot, and I also watched a commercial airline pilot, and I was more attached to the GA pilot. Let's put it that way. Maybe it's just because I've only been flying GA planes, so it's more relatable, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it has a certain appeal that I like. Is it our turn? No, not this one, the next one. Okay, so I'm on the right lane. In real life, it's not the same though when you know the inner workings. What do you mean, Jay? So you mean it's more... There's more than meets the eye or something like that? Something commercial pilots cannot share? You know a guy who is 83 and still flying, wowzers. So there is no age limit on both sides, like no minimum and no maximum either. This is our stop and I kind of missed it. My bad. I see what you mean. Maybe that's one of the things that I don't like, because you really cannot share everything if you are with a commercial airline, for example. So it's not as engaging. Like you can share specific airline checklists or stuff. Where is the rest stop? Here? Maybe at the back, huh? Yeah, at the back. Okay. Gotcha. A flight physical. Ooh. What entails a flight physical? It's like eye vision check, reflexes and whatnot. Making you dodge balls or something. I would practically fail there immediately if that was part of the test. There we are, finally found. Stop. Sounded more Spider-Man-ish. Maybe I've been watching too many Hollywood movies. Hide that GPS. Your cam is still open. It's fine. And commercial airlines get mad when you land across the road from the airport. Yeah, you can't just do stuff, right? You're a bit limited. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Reversing a triple blindfolded. That doesn't sound good to me. I think I'll make a hard pass there. Flight physical is just a more intense standard physical exam. Standard physical exam, like even blood tests and everything? Psychological test. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's, I think, where we will have a bit of trouble. Just a bit. Like no donuts during flight? How can you resist? No eating while flying? You are presented with an option. Responding to the traffic controller, or grabbing a bite of your donut, or sipping from your coffee. Those kinds of psychological tests. Maybe not exactly, huh? Can I go across the other way? Nah, I'll just go here. How far are we? 615 miles, wow. Seems like we haven't moved at all. I was texting. Like if you make vroom vroom noise or not, yeah. That might be a psychological showstopper. This might be a problem. In my other ATS episode, the one that's coming on Sunday, there was an instance like this. The guy in front couldn't find a way to squeeze in because there was a stop signal and he had to give way to the oncoming traffic. And yeah, he just never moved like that. Like that, exactly. Let's try on the other side, maybe we get more lucky. Yeah, good call, Gato. That's what I was thinking of as well. Maybe we'll get luckier on the other side. Texting doesn't buzz the tower though, that's just a myth. Why are... yeah, this is quite interesting. Why are phones even not allowed? Like, why do you have to go to airplane mode before the takeoff and before the landing? Does it really, like, get in the way of the communications? If phones can do that, that sounds very dangerous. But I remember there was actually a Mythbuster episode about this, and I don't think it was the case. I don't think they ever managed to like hinder the comms or something. And actually, to be fair, I think which airline was that? Airlines are evolving a bit now. I think it was Singapore Airlines, which doesn't even require to go to airplane mode anymore. So they just tell you not to go on voice calls, so you won't be noisy or something, but you can use your phone all throughout. Flying super close to it. That might be something I do more often than I would like. The gyro instruments are affected by magnetic interferences from phone signals. Oh, so that's a real thing. Interesting. So maybe now they're finding ways to shield it or something. Because as I mentioned, I think it was Singapore Airlines. I can't remember, one airline. And we were like, wow. So this is This is progress. Before they had to really have the phones off, I think, and then they could accept just airplane mode, and now you don't even have to go on airplane mode. Something along those lines. Although in one specific airline, I think it was China Southern, and this is why I don't like it personally. You're not allowed to have your phone on at any point during the flight. So yeah, you can have it on even while you're cruising already. And I just, no way. Alex, this is your home. You're being called. This cab is super small. Very narrow. Isn't it how it looks as well in Brazil? I would have thought that the 800 would look similar. Imagine if the pilots forgot where they were and had to use Google GPS to help locate the plane. Doesn't seem like an impossible thing for me. Now most instruments are electronic. There's a bit of relaxation. That might explain it. I see. Makes sense. Hopefully they do. If they have to rely on Google, I'd be very scared. That's just the American way of doing trucks. They're super small side to side but big at the back. I see. Not as small as the Cessna though. I was a bit weirded out in the beginning when I started watching the videos of the Cessna 172 in real life. It was so small, like if you had like 4 people, even like 2 people, you would be really jam-packed, and your knees would be touching each other. You would be super close, very intimate. Must be a pain driving them for a long time. I thought they would be pretty humongous. Maybe it just looks small here. I don't know, but in real life it's not. So I would think US trucks are pretty huge. Chroma Key. Is that the one which hides the background? I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not sure how it behaves against my background specifically. But yeah, I'm not particularly looking for a transparent background right now, so I'm fine, I think, either way. It's nice, but I think I would focus on other stuff in the meantime. I'm also not sure how much CPU usage it needs. Probably not too much, but I would think I can forego that and put that processing power in the stream or in the game itself for now. Yeah, haven't yet. The truck. This truck, the 800, isn't meant to be a long haul truck. It's a local heavy haul truck. So it's not as huge. I see. Even the American Volvos are more narrow if you compare to the Euro models. Are they? Interesting. Yeah, that's something I wouldn't have noticed. I thought they would be bigger in every dimension. Lots of trucks today. This is a very nice road. I like this. It's very calming. chance for a nice sight soon. Maybe. Whoop, 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 whoop. Make sure not to go out of the road though. And is it raining again? I'm seeing drops starting to form. Okay, just balance it out a bit. Because we are picking up lots of speed. You asked this to an American real-life truck driver. He said they're this way because the roads used to be super narrow back in the day and they didn't change much. But I would have thought in the US you would have much wider roads than in Europe. So why would European trucks be wider? I still don't get it. Many excellent views just ahead. I like the sound of that. Double trailer. I remember trying to reverse one of those. Bit of a disaster. Slow. Perfect. There we go. I think it's starting. Yeah. Like you can literally open the passenger door while sitting on the driver's seat. That narrow, huh? It sounds like a normal car's width. Something you'd never think about in a Euro model. Yeah, I got a glimpse of how large the European trucks are in real life. And they were like, I would not have expected them to be that humongous. You know, like, wow. I know that's littered with Jadar all over the place, but I needed to say it. So I thought US trucks would even be larger. Are also much heavier. Why is that? The engines are heavier? Or the loads are heavier? Oh, that's a very nice bridge. The question is, how can we paste all of this together in one shot? Maybe we... I remember this one. Yeah, there are guys there. I remember that, yeah. We passed through there once in one of the episodes, I think. I'll take that. Thank you. Legit looks like a car. What trucks do you use in Singapore? Mostly European trucks and Asian trucks. So almost every brand you know in ATS is there. Renaults I don't see so much though. But we do have a lot of Asian trucks here. I don't remember the brand, some acronyms. I like that bend as well. And there's the Fuso, of course. Lots of Fusos here. But yeah, some other nice looking Asian brands as well. A Shiro truck. Shiro means white in Japanese, I think. Or castle, or maybe both. Asian trucks are the same size as the Euro trucks. It seems like it. It seems like it, yes. At least, well, the European trucks here are not the biggest ones, not the ones for long haul. So like if you're familiar with the Volvo FH, wait a minute, let's gas up here. I think I'll need to refuel now. Even though I can't really see where my fuel gauge is. Where the heck is it anyway? There. Less than half. Okay, let's fuel up. Yeah, we don't have the big versions here. Like the Volvo FH, we don't have them. I think I've only seen one. Usually it's the smaller variant, the Volvo FM, I think. Are we going to make that? Yes, we are. Cash only. Anyone got some spare cash? That does not look well. I don't think we will be able to get out of there. Let's see. A Shiro truck. Shiro was my former code name before Clumsy. So you know how you have like code names as gamers? Shiro was mine. That's probably why you see Shiro in the accounts or in the directories. Can't even remember where I got that from. I think we'll have to do a reverse here. Is that actually a truck next to us? Yeah, it's moving. Interesting. I think we'll need to do a U-turn kind of deal. Dip into your pockets for fuel, or everybody just make a run for it. Looks like nobody's here anyway. I think no one will notice. Arr, crap. Snagged. Thing. Don't even try to go. Okay, fine. You've only been to Thailand in Asia. You're more looking at bars and trucks. Yeah, same here. I'm not really familiar with the Asian brands, even if I'm from here. I can only remember them probably if I drive them in ATS. That's why I remember Fuso. Splash and dash. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Oh, don't hit that barrier. I think I just might though. I know. One sec, let me reposition myself. We're causing a lot of traffic here. Look at that guy, how far he's away. That's how far you should give it. How wide a berth you should give a truck. Hard to hide the deed when your name is all over the trailer. That's true. Basically signed our name. There we go. Thank you guys. Sorry for the delay. Oh, that's a nice view. Speaking of these beautiful sights here, remember in Explain we had an episode where I flew over the Grand Canyon? Apparently, I forgot to download something because there's even like a higher resolution Grand Canyon specific scenery. So I think we might revisit that sometime. Even more realistic looking, super high res and stuff. And we know what's coming here. Ah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one I was saying. So we're taking a shot from here now. With those people hanging out there. Drive very good for the most part. You probably haven't seen enough yet, if that's the evaluation. But I appreciate that. Your trailer just scrapped all those cars on the other side. Really? Nah, just imagining things. See, Thor said I'm a good driver. Very nice shot. I like it. This guy even brought a chair, huh? How comfy is that? I can get behind that shot. Looks good. I hit them. No one saw anything, okay? Period. You've been on this road in real life. Ooh, does it look similar? These two like parallel bridges. It'll polish out, no problem. Yeah. You don't have anything to complain about. You've seen me on YouTube for some years now. Thanks, man. You have a very kind evaluation. It looks very similar. Great to hear. It always feels nice when you're driving on something that's pretty accurate to real life. Especially if you've been there yourself. That's supposed to be the Grand Canyon. I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't think it is the Grand Canyon itself yet. I think we're far too south for that, aren't we? Grand Canyon should be around here, I think. But it looks fairly close. And I'm sure one of the guys will correct me if that doesn't make sense. It's Salt River Canyon. Ah, I see. Grand Canyon's much farther north. There you go. Okay. One more shot, guys. One more shot after this truck. Oh, this is a nice view. I like the 1:1 scale the most. For ATS, yeah, I don't think there are plenty of choices. Dalton Highway was a bit too hardcore for me. I think I tried that once, the winter version. Was that the one? It seemed a bit too vicious. Yeah. If you're open for ETS2 though, highly recommend the Grand Utopia map, right? A Meximap stream. I did that already. During the first release, you can look for it in YouTube. Maybe search Clumsy Meximap, it should come out. I streamed that once. We will return to it eventually, but not soon because it's way far south, right? Where do you live again, by the way? Which town? So I can take note and forget and try to remember. That's the right phrase. So many hidden roads. Ah, I have not seen those. Otherwise, they would not be hidden, right? Are those hidden roads not on the map itself? I think I'll have to start looking at that. 13 tons of used packagings, nothing heavy. Nayarit, Mexico. Ah, I see. How do you read that? Tepic? Tepits? I get confused now how you read the letter C. It's so different depending on which country you're basing your rules on. Like in Malaysian, I think they read the C as CH. Like that would be tepich or something like that. Like a K, okay, so tepic. Alright. Like topic, but with an E. Hidden roads are not on the map. Just gotta keep your eyes open. So like that road we found at the end of the stream, the one which connects to the mine, right? I like that one. Kind of hard to teleport in there though. Kind of gets your trailer into the soil. Captain Marvel hype indeed. I'm going to watch later with Mrs. Clumsy. I'm hoping it's good. I think it will be good. You like topic? Yeah, okay. Topic with an E. That's easier to remember for me. By the way, Alex, have you tried or has anyone tried the Volvo FM remake or the fixes done by Galimim? I remember you mentioned there were 2 Volvo FMs, and I think you were trying the first one last time. The Volvo FM from Galimim, I think from the description, was not the most accurate. I think the interior is not accurate, and some of the things are not really for the FM, but it's the closest thing we have. And I think it's a bit frame heavy, even though Galim has improved it a lot already. So I'm not sure if it's worth a look. You have driven both. Which one do you like better? You too, Jay. Yeah. Really hope it's good, huh? Plus, she's a pilot, right? So that kind of fits. $60 west. Makes sense? By the way, I'm not sure if you guys have seen the previous ATS video where we traveled on the 140. Do you guys have the same issue that the 140 sign is like just black? Like you have these road markers, right? Telling you which road you're on. It doesn't say 140 on my end, it's just a black sign. And I was wondering if it's a mod conflict or an SCS issue. Yes, I kind of got that, Jay, for the Captain Marvel. And that's why I mentioned she's a pilot as well, right? So it's kind of fitting with all the aviation craze from my end. You like Galimim's Volvo better. Nice. Maybe I can take a look. I do like the small trucks. Very cozy. Especially if there's like a huge wing or spoiler. Feels more relatable to me. I see a lot of FMs more than FHs. Just updated today. Yes, I was browsing through the forums, yeah, for the active topics, and I saw that one. That's why I got curious what's been done there. Cool. Looks like we can have a look at that maybe next ETS2 episode. It's also interesting. I think even Krishboom is I'm not sure what he's working on. Maybe he's busy in real life, but he's still working on the DAF F241 sounds, I think, at the moment, right? Both the open pipe and the stock versions. Both are still in, well, the open pipe is still in open beta. So only the interior sounds that are there. And the stock sounds are not yet ready. I would love to try those out. I'm driving past where you live. Cool. Should I look right or left? Let's try to spot your house like how we spotted Jack's house back in the X-Plane stream. Galemim has included the low deck version. Oh yeah, I saw that. Done by Sogard 3, I think, right? That's a real winner right there. Sold. Left. Hopefully you're not living in one of those containers. Let's try and look for a house. Maybe not from here. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the clouds? That just looks so beautiful, huh? I wish there would be a time when those clouds can actually move and be dynamic. I think Kirill would love that very much, huh? You just found that double bridge in Google Maps. Oh, nice. And the gas station's really there too, that small one. Oh, cool. How cool is that? And how cool is this junction, guys? How cool is this junction? Let's take a shot here in the middle. Not sure if I can find a nice angle for it though. Small trucks can look very cute, but I'll tell you what, it's a pain having the engine in the middle of the cab. How does that work even? Shouldn't it be under? Yeah, so under instead of here in front. Does that make it more, I guess, more, how do you say, shaky? Hot? All the descriptive words, that one. I can think of a few nice descriptive words for that. Fantastic. Known as the Clumsy station. The Clumsy incident. Where a guy actually refueled, tried to do a refuel and run, and snagged a couple of cars along the way. Not too bad. Makes me sad now each time you pass that bridge that collapsed in Italy. The one in Genova, is it? Yeah. Such a nice bridge. And it's such a shame. Those middle engines too loud too. Big step on the middle of the cab. Ah, yes, I see what you mean now. Yeah. I think that was one of the things that Scania was pretty proud of with their next gen, right? With the Scania S, was it? That it was like, had like a flat floor. There was no indent in the middle for the engine. Looking on Google Maps, SCS got every part of that road leading up to and past the gas station over that bridge. Spot on. Nice. Oh, that's SCS for you. Why is hump not allowed? That's the right word for it. Jay can think of a couple of reasons. So where are we now? Phoenix, looks like. Along US 60, SCS missed the city of Mesa. Was this junction updated? Actually, I'm not sure. It looks very good. You know, I can't recall anymore which one is old and new, but everything just looks nice. Merge left. Oi, 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 oi. Thank you. I think it helps if you like scream like that. The other person would hear and slow down. More than a couple of reasons. I was being modest. I was being, how do you say? I was understating it. Mesa is near where you live. Ah, I see. That's the good thing with long nose trucks. They always have the flat floor. Agreed. And if you have a wide road anyway, a large road enough for the maneuvering, that works pretty well, right? Alright, days when you play ATS makes me you go, is this new? Yeah, exactly. Just like in ETS, if you're like driving in Pro Mods, is this Pro Mods? Is this SES? Is this a new one from SES? I don't know anymore. And that's a good sign because that means everything is good and seamless. Because if you can notice the change, that means there is something that pops out, and maybe that's not too realistic. So in SCS updates, ATS, how do you find out what all was updated? Read the forums, I think. There's no exact way of knowing each and every update. They're pretty sneaky about it. Many they don't even include in the changelog, or they're very obscure about it. Yes, that's true. Promotes devs are working in SCS now. Yay! Are there more people working in SCS now from Promods? Getting more and more? That's a good sign. Although I hope that doesn't slow down the Promods development. But if it increases the speed at which SCS develops, I'm all for it. Yeah, I think it's a win either way. Washington hype. Go to the announcement section. Yeah, that will give you a nice thing. There's also something I did in the Steam client. So there is this page where they update the ATS and ETS2 updates, and I somehow subscribe to that one. So whenever there's an update, I get a notification in Steam. I think you go to the discussions part of the community hub or something in ATS and ETS2 separately, and then you can like subscribe to that particular thread. You'll take a trip and you're like, holy heck, never knew they changed this, you know. Yeah, exactly. 4 to 5 promotes people in SCS now. That is a very good sign. Plus Nat Vander, nice. Really looking forward to what we'll be coming up with. Are they all mappers? It's going to be very good for the mapping speed, I hope. I hope they hire Vasily. Imagine getting stock sounds as good as EVRs. Or maybe having DLCs of sounds. I'll take that. Official DLCs for sound files. I'll buy that. Love that they keep changing the maps. Hope it never slows down. Yeah, I hope it goes faster actually. Fast is never good. But I guess it depends on the quality. If they can sustain the quality, then that's good. The guy is back. He's going much slower now though. I think he's landing or something. Is there a runway there? Sizzle is now working for SCS. Oh really? I didn't know that. I knew he went before. I think he went before to, like, he was on vacation in Czech Republic and he dropped by. But I didn't know he's now with SCS officially. Amazing how SCS is hiring the members of the community. That's great to hear. $20 for legit sounds for all the trucks. Oh yeah, same here. That would definitely be worth it. Steerman plane is back. That might be Alex right there. A possibility of 2 states this year. Yes, Washington and Utah, was it? I really am hoping for more though, but I don't think we can push it to 3 states. The screen cream in the side view mirror. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? That is supposedly a rear view mirror, but it's like a workaround. It's a fake rear view mirror. Rear cam. Makes me wonder now. It would be nice to know, like, when there is an update or when there is a new DLC, if we would not have like some insider info, or if SCS would share that actually this was partly done by this guy, or this is thanks to, this is Sissel is part of this project. Things like that. So you know how we have like complete visibility of the mod author when they make the mod. But now when they're part of SCS, the sad thing, the only sad thing about that I can think of is you don't really know who did exactly what anymore. There is no signature. So if they could maybe put an Easter egg, like credits or something, that would be great. Then you would know that beautiful thing is a result of SCS hiring out the community, the pro people from the community. Can I squeeze in? Thank you. You won't get to Mexico till next time. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, you might not make it. How far do we have to go? Yeah, halfway. I think we'll just make it in time for the end of the stream. Oh, you guys see it from your side as well, right? Yeah, you guys are ahead of me. I don't see it unless I open this window. This hill is insane. That goes away from the concept of we. That's true, but I don't know. I like seeing who did it, you know? It feels more personal for me. Like some kind of Easter egg would be nice. Or maybe even not an Easter egg, maybe just credits. Especially if you've like become a fan of a certain mod author and now they're part of SCS. I would want to be kept updated on what they do specifically for SCS. That would be nice to know. Maybe that's not in line with SCS's philosophy, but that's my personal wish. It would feel more how do you say, involved. Everyone gets to be blamed. Yeah, and that's what I really liked about the mod concept. Having a mod, you really have ownership, full ownership. Like even in pro mods, right? Spain is by this guy, Greece is by this guy, or yeah, so you have owners. When it comes to SCS, that kind of ownership is gone. I wish there was something. I wish there was still something like that. Because you would notice the signatures, the styles, and you can attribute it to someone. And people would have their favorite authors, so to speak. Like how they have their favorite mods and maps. Should I merge in? Actually, I'm not sure. I'll just stay here. Just blame Pavel. Yeah, easy as that. It all goes up to him anyway. Maybe after this guy. Thank you. Quartzsite. That was actually a new town from US expansion. Very cozy. If we pass a Taco Bell, can we make a pit stop? Let's do that. Keep your eyes peeled and let me know. Anyone hungry? We'll stop by the next burger shop or I don't know, something. I'm not sure because like when I was making the videos for ProMods 2.30, the trailer or the sneak peek, so I was asking in the ProMods Discord, I was asking people like what they wanted to show, and each developer, each mapper had a specific area they wanted to show off. Like, oh, this is mine. This pane, I did this. Okay, I did this border in Italy and Switzerland. So there were specific owners. At least that's how it sounded very much to me. Quartzsite is a scary town, IRL. Ooh. Maybe it's a good thing it's not reflected in here. Or maybe at night. Why is it scary? You can stop it in and out when you get to LA. I'd like that. I tried it once. Just to see what the hype was about. It was cool. Jadar. I didn't get the Jadar. So I must have a pretty innocent mind. Let's go straight here, because that looks fun. This looks like US expansion stuff. Building the future. Places are usually made by a single person. That's what I heard of, yes. Glad I didn't get it. See how innocent I am? And now I get it. So I'm not so innocent after all. Dang it. And I thought I was pure. Stop there on the way to California. Has a lot of sketchy people. Ooh, good thing we didn't stop over there then. Texaco, Chevron stuff. I think I did, but I'd rather not explain. You might get in trouble there. No magic, just science. The illusion is gone. Was it ever there? Good thing there's nice weather today though. Yesterday I was trying to fly. I was looking for like I googled California flight school just to see which airport I can simulate where there is a real flight school. So I found this particular I think it's one of the famous flight schools out there because it's one of the first Google search results. And I tried going there. It seemed like the weather was not good at all. Like, I'm not sure if it's how it is in real life, but the wind was like 60 knots. And I noticed it because the plane was parked, but the plane was getting dragged. It was moving on its own. 60 knots. Is it normal that the plane gets moved as well? So maybe it was not a safe time to fly, huh? In short. Exact max weight for a flatbed or a box trailer varies from state to state. That sounds risky, doesn't it? So you have to make sure that you're well within the limits in all the states that you're crossing. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Someone actually hit the cliff. That was done very well. And then you can exceed lawful limits with a special permit. You just have to pay for it. That's normal if the weather is bad. Also, you mean a parked plane can actually get lifted off even when it's stationary. Wow, scary. Money talks. Makes sense. Okay, Parker. I think this is one more new city from US expansion. Correct me if I'm wrong. This looks pretty nice though. Let's find that In-N-Out. No, probably no In-N-Out here still, huh? So maybe we find a Taco Bell or something. Maybe that question mark is the Taco Bell. Is that a dinosaur? A shrub shaped into a dinosaur or something. Most small aircrafts are parked inside the hangar usually just for that reason. Oi! Did you guys see that? Let's stay here for a while. I want to see how that looks. That SUV just passed you on a solid double yellow. What the heck? Someone was in a hurry. No more truck. Yeah, those guys are fast. I think something's like crossing the interstate along the way. Is that what we're seeing, those guys? But that seems a bit too far. I don't know, that looks weird. Pop in AI. Maybe a bit of bug in this town. Thankfully it's in the non-drivable road. Devcam, please. Okay, let's have a look. Let's stop by here. There we go, ice cream. Yeah, let's stop by here. Everybody go down, get some ice cream, and we'll do some sightseeing in the meantime. Stop here in the middle of the road, why not? I don't think anyone will mind. Floating ice cream truck. Is it? It's there, it's there. Hanging by a moment, just up the curb. Okay, someone does mind. The U-Haul, who doesn't know how to overtake. So where are those fast cars coming from? Whoa! Okay. Sneaky. That was not so fast though. There was something faster. Maybe it's these guys. The roads are not connected. The roads are not connected. Man, that looks so nice, huh? Let's take a photo there. Yeah, but yeah, that jumping truck was a bit scary. And I think that's because the roads are... Yeah, that's the one we saw. That's the one we saw, exactly. Because the roads are a bit above ground. Yeah. Highway to Hogwarts. I think so. I think so. Right. Everyone got their ice cream. Let's get going. Thank you. Jack didn't. Too bad. Maybe in the next stop. Don't leave Jack alone like in Raft. See you, Jack. Oops. Truck service. We're good. Run, Jack, run. I think he fell asleep now. Maybe IRL. It's a very nice bridge. Is that for a train? Probably. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, steer. Rip. Whoa, look at that. Ouch. How did that happen? And look at the truck itself. That looks like my summer car. What song is that? Don't leave Jack with the babies. Heard a Chilean trucker say that the trailers they use, American made, are not very strong. So I guess it's because in the US there's not a lot of heavy weight. Maybe they were not built for that much weight in there. How much weight is it in Chile? What is the limit? 60 tons? I don't know. I think you're right, Tom. And we'll be late. Yeah, 6 hours left. Yeah, for sure we're late. And we are entering California. Axle weight limits are a strange set of rules. Very outdated and need correcting. Trucking companies lobby against any changes. Why would they not like the change if it would give bigger limits? Or would that maybe go the other way? And now it's a completely different look. Less deserty, more grass popping up, more cacti. It is very nice. Is this part of US expansion, this road? 62. I guess so, huh? That might be new, this whole bit here. Maybe even that one. Vidal Junction? How do you read that? Cheaper to just keep the old, probably. I've been on US expansion since I exited at Quartzsite. Ah, okay. Yeah, so that entire bit there. Nice. Cool. I like this. I like the scenery mix. It's just the right amount of plainness and nice variations. Slow down. Didn't expect there would be a town here. Anyone hungry? Stop on a diner somewhere. What cities are in US expansion? I'm not sure exactly which ones. There are plenty across different states. But yeah, you can check the mods list. The link to US expansion, there's actually a map in that thread where he shows all the new cities and roads. Ouch. I didn't expect this trip to take so long. It's like the entire stream. But this has been a nice road trip so far. 35 again. Oh, now 15. Ah, there's a crossing. Okay. I see. That's why the truck's there. Slowed to a crawl. Okay. I guess this is also part of US expansion. This is not familiar to me. For sale. Anyone want that house? It's a bit shady. Next to the train though. Scotsman will enjoy. Lots of train spotting. Look at the clouds at the back. It looks so nice in that mirror. Beautiful. It actually looks better from the mirror. Trains, there you go. Here a single trailer has a limit of 57 tons total. Goodness, 57 tons. And you have hills there, right? You have like super steep roads. How big are the engines in Brazil? In California, Laytonville, Chico, Yuba City, Placerville, and South Lake Tahoe. I don't think there is Tromil. I don't think there is one for ATS just yet. I think the closest thing you can get to is Dalton. has to be pulled by an 8x2 tractor. That makes sense, yeah. 8x2. In Nevada, Battle Mountain, Wells, Austin, Goldfield, and how do you read that? Beatty? Beatty? Probably Beatty. Oh my, this is so nice here. It's getting a bit dark, but the roads are still as lovely as ever. And it's raining again. Rains every night. Turn on our lights. In Arizona, Parker, Vidal Junction, and Quartzsite. Every time you tried Dalton, your computer crashed. Maybe some mod conflicts. I don't know. Ow, ow, ow. Slow down. Jake brake for the win. Then you have the B doubles and doubles that can go up to 90 tons. Goodness. There are cities also in New Mexico. I didn't know that. I read that Cimarron, Santa Rosa, Fort Sumner, Vaughn, and Carrizozo. Very interesting names. Yours crashes too. Maybe it's not compatible anymore with the latest version. Oh, I have a lot of gear grinding here. That's foggy weather. Ay, 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 ay. And he stopped. Bit weird. El Centro. Alright, Romel. Have a good one, man. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you next week. Thanks again for joining. Bye. Look how the sky turned. It's lovely. Full on sunset now. What time is it anyway? 6:30. I see. It's a bit early. The drivers are like in real life. I guess he had right of way. That's fine. But he stopped. He should have just gone through, so I could merge in after. The strongest truck you have is the 750 by Volvo. Jay would be happy with that. But it is usually used for special transport. Oh my goodness, that looks beautiful. I have to take some photos here, guys. And with the rain particles at that, that's amazing. For highway transport, 540 is the biggest engine sold by Volvo. Yeah, 540 should be more than enough. Although with Brazil terrain, I guess kind of is exciting still. I kind of don't like to include the car, so maybe let's do it this way. So from this side, we have the car completely hidden from view. Ta-da! Perfect. You can't see the nice sunset though, but I'll also take one. Scanias began to sell 620 V8s. 620, interesting. Oh, I like the particles here. Look at how beautiful they are. Let's get a close-up shot here. How do we angle that one? I think we do it like this. It kind of works, doesn't it? Kind of works. can always do G traffic 0. Well, yes, but the thing is, I want the cars in front. I want those ones, but not the one right next to me. Can I do a selective G traffic 0? Stop copying in screenshots. Same angles. Great minds think alike. Most companies stick to Volvo because Scanias don't have the best rep in heavy haul or bad conditions. Ah, really? I didn't know that. Cool. Volvo for the win. That's a thumbnail. I agree. Oh my, look at this sky. That is beautiful. And if you look at the back, it's actually still blue. Is it though, really? It is. Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing. Wow. Looks like Fallout 4 sky. It kinda does. Looks very dramatic. Nuclear sunset. You were there the entire time. Were you trucking? Or training maybe? Lurking. I didn't get to the beach to see the sunset. That will be perfect. There's just something that never grows old. No, never goes old in ATS, and ETS for that matter. Super relaxing vibes. My eyes. It's too beautiful. It's too good to see. Fighting your nasty cold. Here, bask in the sun. Burn away all the cold viruses. Why are you guys slowing down? Accident? Or road closure, I think. Road closure. Detour. Detour on the rest area. Have you guys had the same issue as Rob? Rob has been getting these detours in coast to coast, and even in Oregon, I think, or in New Mexico, was it? But not in... There were no junctions, like it's a straight road, no other way to go, and the road is closed. I think it's a mod conflict on his end. Actually, I'm not sure. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Jay. Never saw a detour through a rest stop before. Whoa! I blame Alex. We could have slept here, but I wanted to really maximize the sunset. Maybe we will stop on the next one. Although we are late already, so if we sleep, I think we'll have to drive through the night. A little bit of night driving action, guys. You never cared for those detours. What have you done? Mumbai detoured. I feel bad for the detours now. It's always Alex's fault. No, that's not true. Except for the Mexican boat. How do we call that thing? The legendary job. Had to turn it down because every junction had a detour. Goodness. Boat special transport, that's the one? Yeah, that's the only thing I can really blame you on. What new game next week? I'm not sure. I don't think there will any be new games in the near future. I think I'm changing my route more. Instead of having many games to feature, I will start deep diving, getting into trucking, getting into flight sim, and then just doing occasional new games from time to time, but not as often. Because I really want the more depth than more breadth, if you get what I mean. I am speeding. Sunoco. Is that a real company, guys? It's very well done. Yeah, still with Explain, most probably. Yeah, Explain in trucking only. That is how I'm seeing it in the near future. Explain in trucking. So much to learn, so much to explore. It's a whole new world out there, for me at least. It's a real gas station, real fuel dealer. That's very nicely done. It's amazing. From end to end, all the signs are good. Wonder which one that is from. P16 probably. Real company mods. Or 3D logos. Not sure. That's from P16. Yeah, it makes sense. He makes super quality models. Only along the interstates. Ah, okay. So that kind of fits here, huh? Nice. You've seen Sunoco in a city. But now it's pitch black. Dang, that's scary. Right? High beams? Maybe not. Oops, sorry. So maybe it depends. Okay. Depends on where you are. You missed LA rush hour. That's a good thing, right? You got lucky. The other day, I was trying to look at some flight sim equipment. Like, I know I have a throttle and stick already, but I was looking at how would it feel to actually drive or fly with like rudder pedals and a yoke. And my goodness, it's pretty expensive. It costs like a Logitech steering wheel. So, I'll have to save up a bit if I want that. And I heard that there's like a new brand coming. Was it Honeycomb or something along those lines? I think they're going to release a pretty nice yoke that everybody is waiting for. The enthusiasts are waiting for. Maybe I can wait for that and I can save up in the meantime. Really expensive stuff. Yeah, I think the yoke costs like a steering wheel and the rudder pedals cost like that as well. But I do like the throttle controls. Those look so immersive. I'll probably try and save up for those. And maybe by that time, hopefully, the Honeycomb thing, or whatever the name is ready. It's released. You guys know about the forum teaser for the next Tuning Pack DLC? Hey, I haven't seen that. Spill the beans. Which direction are they taking? This is the kind of news I want to get aware of. MB tuning pack, that's a surprise. I would have expected an MAN or a Volvo one. Well, that's cool. I'll take that. If Echo Tuning DLC for the win. Scott's one would be first on the list. There you go. There you go. Yeah, the yoke probably I don't really need because it really depends on what kind of planes I fly, and some of them use sticks, right? But the rudder pedals I think I want to save up for, because from what I've read, it's quite a real immersive experience when you have the stick and rudder pedals. So maybe at the very least that one. Has anyone tried here before, flying with rudder pedals, and how different an experience it can be? Because I've been reading, but mostly the things I've been reading are said by like aviation enthusiasts, so for sure they will be super hyped. If you're more like the casual guy like me, would you be able to appreciate it? I think we're here, finally. Oh, Karthu. Yeah, he does like sharing teasers every now and then. Thanks for the share. In real life, yes. I mean the rudder pedals. In sim, nope. Have you tried it? Because I didn't even know before that the rudder pedals had that like two angles. If you step on the bottom, it's the rudder. If you step on the top, it's the toe brake. Didn't even know that was a thing. Would be nice with those crosswinds, because right now using the joystick for the yaw and then also for the banking to adjust for the crosswinds is quite a task. It's a bit unnatural. Sure thing, yes, go ahead Gato, I would appreciate that. Thanks man. Finally the rain has stopped. Are we almost here? 17 miles, okay. Not quite there yet. But I think we are in, I don't know, probably in LA already, huh? Yes, I can get the pedals alone. Although that alone costs like the steering wheel already. So I will still have to think about it. So it can be like the throttle and stick plus the pedals. That's beautiful. And I am speeding. Didn't quite notice. Thankfully, SIP has reduced tremendously the amount of police cars traveling on the road, patrolling the area. The cost of flight sim equipment is just silly. No need for it to be that high. Yeah, I think it's because the flight sim enthusiasts are willing to spend. Goodness. 253. What brand is that? Which rudder pedals is that? Maybe I was looking at a different brand. Maybe I was looking at the high-end version. The CH products I think are a good starter. Thrustmaster. But they had a different recommendation. I can't remember the brand. Yeah, I think I was looking at a different one. Thrustmaster TFRP rudder pedals. That might work already actually. Maybe I don't need this super expensive one. That's not too bad. 253. Still quite expensive, like double my quotas, but we'll see, we'll see. If it's going to be worth it. Thanks. We've used the joystick for flight sim for 10 years now. So you're pretty much used to using the yaw for the rudder. Is that what you mean? Not quite. I think 1.3 times 1.3, something like that. Multiply the SGD by 1.3, or divide it rather, and it would be like the USD equivalent, roughly. We're almost there, finally. Actually, we made it a bit early. Still have a few minutes left at school. Chinese takeout, anyone? That's the best drawn fish I've ever seen. There you go. By the way, where was that price, Jay? Was that in Amazon? Strangely enough, Amazon doesn't deliver here, so I have to get it from the Amazon Prime here, locally. But the Amazon Prime here is pretty crappy when it comes to the availability of products. So it's a bit of a weird setup. 90 US on Amazon. Wow, that's actually pretty good. $1,500 NOK. Is that Norwegian? What do you call your currency? Thrustmaster TFRP. I'll have a look at that. Do the reviews look good? Decent enough? Because I might go a different route this time. For the Hotas, I bought an entry level one. But I think if I'm going to buy rudder pedals, I'm going to get something that I won't need to replace a few months down the road. Hey, Illiforce. Thank you for joining. How are you doing? Oh yeah, that's the one. Norwegian Kron. 4 stars. Cool. Same GPS available. I saw that. Yeah. I'm not sure how it syncs with Explain. So the things I'm looking for now on my wish list is the yoke, which is not a high priority because I have a stick anyway. It's not required, but it's cool. What I would like more are the rudder pedals and mainly the throttle, the different throttle controls, because you have something for the throttle, you have something for the mixture, you have something for the propeller, and right now I only have one for the throttle. So each of those will add to the detail and immersion. One can wish. Kroner is in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. It's cool. Strangely enough, not Germany. I was thinking the Kroner brand. Hotas has a dual throttle too. Yeah, but the thing is I already have one, and I would feel like how do you say, the one I bought before would be wasted. So I think if I will get a throttle, I'll get because I think there's a separate throttle add-on, like 3 or 6 throttles, just that. It's like hardcore. Might be too much actually. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet, but just looking around. I opened a can of worms with this flight sim thing though. Germany had marks before they changed to euro. I see. Ah, separate throttle. HOTAS as a dual throttle too. So you can buy just the throttle part of the HOTAS. Oh crap. My bad. That one. That was what I was looking for, Alex. That was what I was looking at. And that is, I think, the one that costs like the steering wheel. At least here, from what I've seen. That actually looks very good. But then from the things I've seen, everyone, well, not everyone, people were saying like just wait for the honeycomb, or I forgot the name, because it's coming out this year. And that would be much better. Although granted, I guess it would be much more expensive as well. $170 for the yoke and throttle. Lucky you. Here I think it's 400. 400, so around, I don't know, 300 USD. And they order it from the US anyway. So, I don't know, some import taxes maybe. I might do some window shopping sometime. There's like a simulation store in here where I bought my Track IR. They probably have some Flight Sim stuff too, because Flight Sim is more famous than Truck Sim. Now that I got exposed to it. $331 yoke, throttle, and rudder pedal combo. Oh my goodness, I love that. What kind of rudder pedal does that include? Is there also a Cytec version for it? Logitech Cytec. That would be so nice. That would really feel like a Cessna. I'm not sure if I need it, but I mean, it would be super cool, right? Too bad my birthday just passed. I can't ask for it from Mrs. Clumsy. Thank you. Has everything you will need for sure. A Logitech Cytec combo. Late! Dang it! 5 hours late. Lost 2,700. That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to look around. Maybe I will find a deal somewhere. That would be nice. Are we in Mexico? Close enough? We were a bit too ambitious today. I thought we would make it. Apparently too much sightseeing causes delays. Let's go and rest up, actually, right across the headquarters. Old headquarters. Yeah, California indeed. LA. To refuel. I always forget where the tank is. More than half. Nah, we're good. Wow, it's 12. Midnight. Past midnight. Time to sleep. Way past my bedtime. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. 50% discount. So tempted. I would have probably ordered it already if that was eligible for me. I'm not sure why. So how does it work in Amazon for an Amazon noob like me? I don't really order from Amazon because most of the stuff cannot get delivered here. So I think you have a product, right? And then you can choose from different sellers, and you have to find like a seller that can deliver to you. And most of those don't deliver to me. I hate it. Yeah, Amazon Singapore. I checked there as well. Not even a single result came back. It's a bit limited right now. What game next week? Same. Oh, you mean for trucking? For now, ATS, but if something comes up in ATS too, we will check it out. You never know what's popping up. Ah, yeah, it doesn't work the same way here, unfortunately. That would have been so nice. Manage the garage. That's the tricky thing with this one, huh? Doesn't really quite work how you want it. Will that open if I go back? Or will I get stuck here? Is it smart enough to open? I don't. It is. Okay, good. Yeah, definitely trucking again next week. Every week. New Grand Utopia is out this weekend for donators. Hey, I didn't know that. That might be a good time to get in. I would love to check that out. And yeah, my godness says he has a surprise for me for 1.5. So maybe I can get in. My bad. Does that work? Let's use the reverse cam. Okay, that's not aligned at all. Dang it. I know how you feel, Geek Squad. Yeah, I have the same. I do the same. When it's like super stressful at work. Just want to wind down. Prepare for the weekend. Things like that. Oh, still not aligned, but we'll try it anyway. It's hard to align with the rear cam. It's a bit different field of view, I think. It's a bit misleading. There we go. There we go, finally. Before Saturday night. Yeah. That would be amazing. Let me know how it goes. I'll try to get a copy as well. If I remember that is. Whoop. Yeah, the exhaust pipes. Can't look back like that. I can press 5 though. It's a bit of a cheat there. So you can see past the pipes. I'm too lazy to switch it out though. What time is it? We still have 10 minutes. You can do a little bit of touring. And I think I'd want to explore a bit of the coast here. Let's go and discover some roads. Maybe go through there and then here. Go back. Something like that. I think I was able to drop by once as well, but I was not able to comment. Looks like a very fancy setup. Amazing. It says you drove 22,800 miles in-game, close to 4 in-game weeks. Depends how you look at it. I'd say it's a good thing. More driving is better. Let's go. Traffic, LA traffic, here we are. Oh, it's actually a bit toned down because it's not rush hour anymore. Our turn? Not quite. Almost. Cuervo. How about a Cuervo instead of a Tequila? Or is it? I forget. It's been a while. I'm growing old. 12,000 miles. That's pretty accurate. I'm not sure how much I've driven actually. I haven't checked. Not as much as you guys, I think. Left turn here. Good thing that trailer still works, huh? The skin. I haven't had to update it since the last few versions. Thank goodness. I'm too lazy for that. There are actually lights there. Someone calling Batman or something? It's kind of floating though. Who did they crash into? Oh, that guy. Oops. Real time you play 24 days. How many hours is that? Can't remember my number of hours in Truck Sim. Combined, I'm probably still less than 1,000. Maybe around, I don't know, 500? 600 combined? Not too much. Not as many as you guys. I made the skin for the trailer, yes. That one that we've seen. But the truck, no. Truck, there are a couple. Some done by G-Sport, some done by Pokemon, and one done by Poly actually for the MAN. 276 hours, there you go. Good job. It is morning where I am. It's 10:54 in the morning. You have 259 hours played and probably around the same point, 200, 300. For ATS at least. For ETS 2, I guess I would have, I don't know, I assume around 400 or 500. Hey Doc, made it just in time. We have around 5 minutes to go. Thanks for dropping by. 9:54 p.m. Thursday night. We have Eastern time, and by Sunday that will shift 1 hour forward, right? 1 hour later. But for Europe will have its shift, I think, a few weeks later. It's causing a bit of confusion with work, because we have like people from all over the globe, and the meeting times are shifting. Like, why has my meeting time changed? It depends on who is the organizer. So it's like, before it was 7 p.m, now it's 8 p.m. Wait a minute. And especially the discrepancy between the US and Europe time zones. It's causing a bit of a ruckus every time. Time change on Sunday? No, we don't have daylight savings here. We have so much daytime already. We don't need to shift the clocks. Wrong lane. I can work with that. You want to watch the Far Cry stream? I would like to drop by. Yeah. As long as I'm not playing, I think I can handle it. If I'm the one playing, yeah, that might be too stressful for me. So I think it's perfect I watch. I haven't been here before. For ETS, you have 67 hours. Yeah, good one. So you have more in ATS at the moment. I started out the same. I started playing ATS before I jumped to ETS. There you go. Yes, indeed. GTM 800 from Dimitri. Alright, Tom. Have a good night. We're almost done as well. I'm just going to finish this turn here, and then we'll try and find somewhere to stop. Can I squeeze in somewhere? Red signal offense, really? I was past the line already. Goodness. No worries, Tom. Thank you for the suggestion, and catch you next time, man. Have a great weekend. Why so little traffic? It is not rush hour. It's 11 a.m. on a Sunday. People are still sleeping. It's actually a blimp there. Are blimps still a thing? Nice. You have almost 600 hours on ATS. Cool. You're going to stop changing summer and winter time. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I think that's one of the complications as well, because in Europe, I think some countries will be stopping their shift, but some countries will be continuing. So it will get more confusing. Like, not everyone will be in CET or CDT, or I don't know how to call it. CEDT or CEST. Can't turn left on red. Yeah, but I was waiting to turn already. So I was like supposedly turning on amber. That's my excuse. It's not Friday yet. It is for me. You have 277 ATS, 541 ETS. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, it's so relaxing. You really can't stop playing it. Just hopping on, getting delivery done, enjoying the time. Friday here too, 4 a.m. Oh yeah, pretty late. Santa Monica, Yacht Harbor, sport fishing, boating, cafes. That's where the Batman signal is. Cool. Okay. Let's see if we can stop somewhere nearby. And then we'll end the stream. 11 a.m. hype. Nailed it. Maybe we'll just turn off here and stop by the side of the road. We'll see. 1169 in ATS, 1620 in 8 in ATS. Oh, we have nothing against Alex here. We are babies compared to Alex's hours. Like a boss. Oy, 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 oy. Almost hit that barrier. And no, there is no stop here, but I think I can stop here on the side of the road. Let's say that's a shoulder. It's not that many compared to a lot of guys. That's true. That's true. Thanks a lot, Jay. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you, Alex and Jay, for helping moderate. And thanks to everyone for joining. 544 in ETS, 111 in ATS, and 300 in Iveco. Is that what I read, Scotsman? Thanks, everybody. Have a good night, and thank you for joining me, as always. Yeah, he needs to sleep. Thank you for joining, guys. GG. Have a great weekend. I'll catch you on Discord in next week for some more Explain. Thanks. Have a great weekend. And clumsy trucking. Clumsy flying as well. Bye-bye. And enjoy Captain Marvel for those who are watching as well. See you. Too many people to start. True. Thanks, guys.